I'll watch you in the mirror.
Man.
Welcome back to another episode of Clean Cut Conversation. I'm your host, Wade Hampton Jr., also known as the Chosen Barber. And I got my guy here. I call him BigMac, but he's going to tell you who he is, what he does, and how did you end up in my chair?
Let's see. My name is Dajuan. Right now I drive trucks. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple other hustles, but for the most part, I just drive trucks, provide for my family. You say how I get here?
How'd you end up in my how did you initially end up in my chair?
So, funny story. Not really funny, serious story actually. We was both working in the penitentiary. My current barber at that time ended up fighting a murder charge. You know what I'm saying? He ended up having to fight a case. So I needed
well, dang.
Hey, real is real, man. And, having to fight a case, and Wade told me just give me a shot. Let me cut your hair one time. And at the time, he was cutting out his house. But when I walked in and saw the front room look like a barber shop, I knew I was in the right spot. I ain't never turned back.
Just a disclaimer, I had a whole room set up as a barbershop.
Yeah.
And so I took a whole room out of my house and set it up as a barbershop. And then when I moved, I had a barbershop actually put in the basement in my house. And now it's my son's room, obviously, because I'm professional. So that's long story short, short story long, whatever. But that's good, man. So today, we're going to talk about something. And I usually don't do topics all like that, but I have been recently because it keeps the conversation going. It keeps the conversation, more streamlined, because sometimes people, we in a barbershop.
Go on a tangent.
It's during, business hours, so it's in the barbershop.
I take naps.
And he takes a nap. But this time, he's got to trade his nap. I do apologize. You can't get no nap today, because we're going to talk about something good. So, you remember what the topic was?
Unlearning what broke us.
Unlearning what broke us. So, just even, I just kind of actually just came up with that topic earlier today. And I seen you was on the list today, and I was like, you know what? Let me turn this camera on and see how we do with this topic, because it's a deep topic, number one. And we like to joke around usually. When I'm cutting his hair or whatever the case may be, we joke a lot.
Yeah.
We joked a lot in the penitentiary, as he said. Even though the penitentiary was serious, but
when
gotta make the time pass somehow.
When they giving you PPE gear that don't fit, it warrants a joke.
Every time. Every time. It's like, sir, this does not fit me.
Put this gown on my shoulders like this. I can't even open my arms.
So,
let me ask you a question about that topic. Did you want to target specifically unlearning what broke you as a man, as a person, as a parent? You know what I'm saying?
All of that.
Is it going to be, gender specific, or
just what do you think about? We'll start there. So what do you think when you hear, unlearning? We'll start with that word, unlearning. When you have to unlearn something, what do you think? Where does your mind go when you think about unlearning something, like a certain behavior, a certain lifestyle? What do you think?
I ain't unlearning no lifestyle, man. How I live is how I live. You understand? But no, something I had to unlearn myself personally was about suppressing emotions, man. Because growing up, especially when you come from a little rocky background, man, emotions don't ever get you nowhere. So it was better to just suck it up and keep it pushing, and always just push through, figure out what's next. You don't like this, but now not the time to cry, right? You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to show any type of real emotion. The only emotion that really ever came through was anger. So unlearning that was probably my biggest challenge, man. But it took a while, man. It took a village, honestly, to help with that.
Right.
Older cats, older men, rest in peace, James Dobbs, man, Tommy Harris, There's people who cared, you know what I'm saying, about the next generation that was coming up. Right. To teach me, first of all, it was okay to cry as a man. You know what I'm saying? Second, that you don't always gotta be angry. You know what I'm saying? You don't always gotta be angry. It's okay to like colors like paint. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got daughters, man. You know, that was the first time I said something was cute. Was when my daughter was like 4 years old.
Man, daughters make you soft. In certain ways. Yeah. In certain ways.
They also make you hostile toward the world.
Oh yeah, because anybody about to cross my, nope.
And but that was probably my biggest thing was I'm learning to suppress my emotions, man.
Yeah, that's something that we talked about. I talked about in a past podcast too. Is the fact of how men are taught, how boys first are taught to suppress your emotions. We carry it with us, but I feel like that puts us in like a survival mode.
Always.
Like it's like something that we have to suppress and we have to keep our pain hidden because you don't want the world to think that you're soft. As a man or as a boy. You don't want the world to think that you are too emotional or emotional driven.
Easy lick. Or an easy lick.
Yeah. So it's like, it's one of those things where, it's our upbringing. But that's what we're going here is like, how do you unlearn like that? How do you unlearn to not be in survival mode or to actually be in a mode to where you're actually growing? Because if you're in survival mode, you're actually not even growing. You're just surviving. You're just kind of just existing.
I feel like the first step to that is surrounding yourself with an environment or with people that you feel safe with.
Create that safe space, yeah.
Yeah. Once you have a safe space, you allow yourself to come out your comfort zone. You allow yourself to try different things, maybe look at the world in different lights. See how somebody else see the world. You know what I'm saying? See why one of your closest friends like, man, why is this cat always so happy? How does he look at the world versus, how I look at it? Like somebody get a notice posted on their door talking about their water bill. This nigga in there cracking jokes, laughing, smiling. Man, you don't see this? The blue paper on your door?
Right, brother. Your water about to get cut off.
Yeah.
Well, hey. But that's where, I don't always get super biblical, but the Bible does tell us in Romans to not conform to the world. So, like, you don't have to live by the world's standards. You don't have to live by, how people feel like you should feel about a certain situation. Sometimes my motto is people can't get what I ain't got. Like, I can't give you nothing I ain't got right now. So, I mean, if you got to cut the water off, I guess you got to cut the water off right now until I can get I've been there, been on that road where we can write a check. You used to be able to write a check. And you had so many days before you knew that check was getting ready to get cashed.
Hey, don't incriminate yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
Walking a fine line.
Hey, no, you send that check out there, and hopefully it don't bounce.
You got a couple days before they figure it out.
You got about 48 hours before you got to get that money in that account before that bad boy bounce. You better figure it out. He said, don't incriminate yourself. Okay. Nah, I wasn't passing no bad checks. They was going to bounce if it didn't go through. You had to pay that return check fee. You had to pay the late fee.
All that.
And then if it's the electric company or the gas, you got to pay that deposit. Reconnection, all that. So you was taking a gamble when that stuff happened. You was definitely taking a gamble. And that's how, I feel like certain ways, like responsibilities, that is affected, by what we've learned. And that's affected because we're in survival mode. We're trying to figure it out.
I think another key step after you get the safe space is having a positive male role model.
Yeah.
Like I'm 33, man. I still got role models. Mm-hmm. Both living, people that I know personally.
Yeah.
And people that I only know, through ideology or maybe the internet, like Malcolm X. You understand what I mean? Like, I never met Malcolm X, but that's, the way he looked at people, black people. You know what I'm saying? Government involvement, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X is kind of like my ideological, fuck that word, kick my ass. Role model.
Yeah, so for real, that's what I always tell people is like you should have a mentor in like every aspect of your life, whether it be a spiritual mentor, a business mentor, a personal, like man type mentor, just like a life mentor. And
Somebody who's been there.
This could be one person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be like different people. It could be just one person. You know. But I have mentors in various different situations and facets of my life. So it's like it's just somebody that you can go to, that you can count on, that you can actually just talk to about your current situation, especially if it's business.
Man,
like a business mentor, you got to definitely have somebody that's on a level that you want to aspire to get to.
Men need to learn it's okay to tell another man, I'm not okay. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody gonna understand the struggles that you're going through as a provider than another provider.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about vulnerability. But that only comes with after you stop suppressing your emotions, man. It's a lot that comes with that. A lot of brothers don't make it to that. A lot of people don't make it to that, man.
No, seriously.
You know, women attempt suicide more, but men are more successful. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't do that. We don't open up. So once people learn it's okay to be not okay and talk to people around you, healthy people around you. I'm not saying talk to that friend that every time you tell them you ain't feeling bad, they hand you a bottle of Don Julio. We ain't talking about them.
Right.
We're talking about the ones that gonna say, hey, let's go play chess at the park, man. I got a homie in China right now, but every time we come back to the States, we go to the park like two old men and play chess. And just talk for real.
You gotta have that person, man.
We just go sit down and play chess, man. Don't care if it's winter, man. In the rain, we was under the pavilion in Wick Park.
Where is the closest chess park, though?
It's not really a chess park. You just bring your own mat.
Oh, okay. I know, like in like New York and stuff like that, they be having like actual chess parks. Like they have the chess board like in the table.
It's a place on Market Street on the south side. It's a chess place. I ain't never been in there. I want to go in there.
Oh, I've seen it before.
It's a chess place. See what it's about.
I did see that before. I got a couple questions here. Let's see.
All right.
So it says, what's one lesson you grew up learning that you grew up believing that later you realized was unhealthy? So what is one lesson you grew up believing that you realized later on in life it was actually unhealthy?
To always lead with my pride. You know what I'm saying? Always, you know what I'm saying, kind of check somebody like, you know who I am, bro? Who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Leading with my pride. It was raised that you don't let nobody talk to you like that. You don't let nobody do this, you do this. You put this foot forward, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You make them acknowledge you, make them respect, you know what I'm saying? And that ain't always the best. That ain't always the best move. And as I got older, I realized that ain't always the best move. Sometimes it's okay to be, you know what I'm saying, in the corner, unacknowledged.
Right. Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, allow you to see what's really going on. Because if everybody's looking at you, you're going to get what they want you to see.
Right. Yeah, I think I forget who said this to me. I think it was my guy, Joe. He used to say this during a production. There's like 3 positions during a production. Position number 1 is the show. Position number 2 is the guy that draws the curtain. And then position number 3 is the one that's sitting out in the audience, that's watching. Then there's also 3 parts to a storm. Either you're going in the storm, you're in the storm, or you're coming out the storm.
Yeah.
So it's like knowing these positions helps you like understand, like, you know, where you're going in life, if you're growing or if you're surviving. And I feel like for me, something that I feel like that was kind of, I guess, unhealthy that I learned later on in life was like unhealthy for me was like, you know, giving people, like putting my expectations on people.
Yeah.
Like, cause we expect something out of somebody else that we expect for ourselves.
You gotta stop expecting yourself out of
other people. You know what
I'm
saying? Yeah, that's it. You gotta stop expecting yourself out of other people. And I feel like when I took off the expectations for people, my life was a little bit more simple because I show up on time all the time, usually most of the time, but I can't expect other people to be on time like I am.
Or if you don't procrastinate and you doing somebody who's a procrastinator, and you just like, man, why can't you just do it? Yeah, like you said, you on time, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why can't you just do it? Like,
or somebody that's easily overwhelmed versus somebody who's not.
Yes.
Like, man, like what?
Like, because I never really get overwhelmed. I might get overstimulated, and it might cause me to shut down a little bit. But I never really get overwhelmed. Like,
I had to check myself. You know what I'm saying? You know, so my wife is of a softer background, so you know what I'm saying, she gets more easily overwhelmed than myself.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, look at her like, why you struggle to be an adult? You know what I'm saying? Like, which is a crazy thing to say, like to tell another grown person, like, why do you struggle to be an adult? Like, this shit is easy. So I had to really learn, man, and grow and recognize that I can't put myself on other people. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to do a lot. You know what I'm saying? There was always a lot on my plate, so where I learned to navigate through it.
Right.
Versus somebody who was more protected is the word I'm going to use.
No, that's true. I mean, I feel like I don't think my wife had a softer upbringing or anything like that. I grew up in the suburbs. She grew up in the hood. But at the same time, it's like she does get more overwhelmed than I do. Like, she does, feel the overwhelmness more than I do. Because, like I said, sometimes I take life serious. But, like, sometimes
I'm laughing at everything.
Yeah, I'm going to probably make a joke during a time where it's probably not like, you probably shouldn't be laughing right now. But it's man. But what else am I supposed to do? Like,
what else is there to do with shit? Excuse me, because I apologize.
I'm going to say, I'm about to pop you with this brush.
Hey,
this is a clean-cut conversation, my brother.
Apologize.
Suitable for kids, whatnot. Anyways, but no, like, it's just like, I don't feel like I get overwhelmed. Sometimes I do, but I don't really do it all the time. Like, I don't cry or nothing like that. I try to figure things out more than I get overwhelmed.
See, what I learned with that, and you know what I'm saying, my wife ended up figuring out with me kind of helping her was, when life is moving too fast because you're trying to control everything at once, let go.
Let it go.
Let it go. Stop. Look around. Grab one thing at a time, one step at a time. Because the most important
What was that one song? Stop, look, and listen about what's going on.
Nah, that's above. You're showing your age right there.
I know.
I don't know. But the most important step is not the first step, but the next step. Man.
The next step.
If you always keep taking that next step, you're going to realize that you even got a lot farther than you.
Man, listen, I tell the kids that, like the kids I coach on the football team, we always say, what's the best play? The next play.
Next play?
Because they try to, they get so defeated off of one play, one tackle, one fumble that they missed or whatever happened. It's like, dude, let's get to the next play.
Imagine if you gave up the first time that you failed. Oh, man. Come on, man.
You gotta say that again.
If you gave up the first time that you failed, man, you would be
nowhere. Like, cause listen, I literally failed. I would say, like, coming into barber school, I tried to get in Raphael's barber school like 3 separate times. They told me I couldn't get in. I couldn't get in because I had went to college before, because I couldn't get no FAFSA. I couldn't get financial aid because it ran out. Like, that's basically like going back undergrad. Going to barber school is like going back undergrad. So then I tried to go again, and they said I got to pay out of pocket. I said, all right, cool. How much is that? They said $1,100 a month. I said,
wait a minute.
So then the last time, it was just like, okay, I was like, I'm prepared to just go ahead and just tough it out. Figure out a way to pay this $1,100 a month. But then they said they didn't have no part-time or not like that. So I had to like either work third shift or that was it. And you know, at the prison, we couldn't get to third shift. So unless you has high seniority.
Unless Fields wasn't giving that up.
Man, heck no. Those cats was not giving that up. Once you get third shift, they was not giving it up.
That overtime was sweet.
Man, listen. So, what's my next question here? I got.
Look like Steve Harvey on Family Feud.
What is the next question?
We asked 50 Americans.
So it says men have a tendency to hold on to pain instead of healing. Why? Why do we have a tendency to hold on to pain instead of healing?
Nothing teaches you a lesson faster than hurt. You're going to remember that lesson the longer you hurt. When you let that go, you feel like you allow yourself to run back into it.
Right.
Not a healthy thing.
No, it's definitely not healthy.
But it has its uses.
It does.
Had its uses.
I feel like we carry pain better than some people, like better than, you know, women sometimes. But then like we hold on to it to a point where it's just there.
Hold on now. Hold on. I don't know about that. I can't necessarily agree with that, man.
Okay.
Some of these women got some scars, baby.
Yeah.
Man, some scars you would never guess. And
I also say that the scars, it's so funny because scars come from two different things. Scars either come from treatment or trauma. And until you ask where that scar came from, that's the only time you know.
Yeah.
That's the only time you know. But you're right. Because some women are healing through some things, you know, and it's tough. And sometimes it's self-inflicted or sometimes it's inflicted by the person that you love the most.
Listen, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm saying, I couldn't be no woman. Like, you laugh, I'm serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Men carry
not
pain.
At all.
Men carry pain in a toxic way. And it's like women, I can't say they carry it in a positive way, but it's like they experience so much of it. It's like a perpetual mood to where they just kind of expect it, like, who's gonna hurt them next? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they just kind of become numb.
I think that was like one of my other questions too. That was actually one of my other questions, like about toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity?
Yeah, like that's.
I'm a man. I'm supposed to be doing X, Y, Z. I'm a man.
Yeah, we play that role pretty well, but sometimes our masculinity could be also viewed as one of our toxic traits.
Yeah. When you try to weaponize it.
Yeah, because the problem is sometimes, like, even say for instance we're talking about pain, right?
Here we go. The reason masculinity becomes toxic is because you got a lot of men with an idea of how to be a man, but never was truly shown. Nobody who really showed them like
that's where I was going with
a positive. There was no positive reinforcement. No village, no neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but they was raised by a single mother. A woman cannot show a man how to be a man.
Man, you must be watching my podcast.
Well, no. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is real. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got these young cats, especially the new generation, these cats is off the chain. And they, like, there's no way in hell. Oh, excuse me. There's no way that these cats, like, it becomes toxic because these cats are trying to live out some type of Grand Theft Auto role play. Like, life is real, man. What you think gonna happen?
Right.
You point a gun at somebody. You think they're just gonna let you walk away?
No.
This is so much, bro. These cats is. What you think gonna happen? You put your hands on a woman.
That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's like, you know, there's certain things that have been misconstrued about masculinity. Like nowadays, masculinity is a toxic. It's something. There's something toxic about this false masculinity that people are walking around with.
I feel like the primary role of a man, two primary functions: provide and protect. Once you get past providing and protecting, you got to educate. You know what I'm saying? You got to educate, and not in a way to where who you educate don't have a voice. Allow them to have an opinion and ask questions.
Right.
Because if you try to give somebody a linear line of thinking, you're not creating a person who can think for themselves. You're creating a robot, somebody to fit into the grand scheme, to swim with the school of fishing, man. Mm-hmm. You gotta allow who you teaching to ask questions.
Because let's just be honest, we always gonna have questions.
Oh, if you don't have questions, something's wrong.
Something's wrong. That means you understand everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have any questions, so you understand everything I said.
You've been here before.
So you ain't gonna have no questions later on.
Yeah, you've been here before.
So this is deja vu.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's real good. That's real good.
And somewhere along the line, these cats became convinced that getting money meant you was a man. They confused having a gun as meaning that you a man. These guys don't even know how to throw a jab, but they can press a button on the Glock.
That's it.
Or in some other cases, you know what I'm saying, people from the Caucasus Mountains, you know what I'm saying, they know how to put a scope on a rifle.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. But it's like they don't know how to do the things that actual men do.
No.
You know, they're not taking care of a family. They might be sending some money, but they ain't spending no time.
They spending no time. You're not teaching your baby boys. You're not teaching them baby boys and young ladies. You're not teaching them how to stand up for themselves. You don't have to be a bully or a butthead to stick up for yourself, to manage your emotions the correct way.
I think that's one of the primary things I tell my son. My oldest son is I tell him, I say, listen, you got to, number one, you got to figure out what kind of man you want to be. And then number two, you got to really figure out, well, my job is to make sure that you're a decent human being.
That's all I can try to do.
That's all I can do. I can teach you what I know. I can prepare you for what I've gone through, transferring this wisdom to you. But I can't prepare you for what you're going to go through.
And a lot of people is letting these electronics raise their kids. You gotta stop doing that. You gotta take your kids outside. Let them feed the birds. Take them to the lily pile. Mm-hmm. Oh, you ain't supposed to feed them. You know. Don't let them catch you feeding them.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying?
Listen, we got a pet squirrel in the backyard. We feed his name is Sir Peanuts. We feed him peanuts.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? We just take them somewhere where they ain't nothing to do but interact with nature, play, you know what I'm saying, play a game with each other and just talk.
Right. That's good. That's good stuff.
Like talk to your kids. You want to prevent the cycle? You want to break the cycle? Talk to your kids.
Let's put a pin right there. Let's put a pin right in that breaking the cycle. So how can we help each other through the process of unlearning and rebuilding? Basically, unlearning something and then rebuilding it. That's how I feel like we break a cycle. So how do you think is the best way to help each other do that?
Once you find somebody that you're comfortable with, ask questions. That's really the best way. Mm-hmm. Ask questions. Like don't take married advice from single people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so much different stuff, man. You can't
what's the quote? Don't take advice from a naked man that offers you the shirt off his back.
Oh, you're not. What? Hey man. What circus you a part of? I ain't never heard that.
You never heard that before?
No.
Never take advice from a naked man who offers you the shirt off his back. That's the same. It goes along lines of never take financial advice from someone you wouldn't trade bank accounts with.
Oh, listen, I would never offer nobody financial advice. I spend the worst ways.
Don't take directions from a blind man.
But no, I think it's as simple as finding somebody you're comfortable with, like a lifelong friend. You know what I'm saying? Somebody you've been friends with for a very long time. And just being honest one day. You'll be surprised the way your friendship will change when you decide to be honest.
Right.
If you ain't never been honest with somebody, you can't really call them your best friend.
Because I feel like your best friend is somebody more than you can be. You can be more than honest. You can be more than comfortable. You can just be yourself around this person.
Man.
Don't worry, we gonna wash you and everything.
Oh, yeah, no. My friends are like my brothers, man.
Yeah.
And we argue, fight, cuss each other out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if they was to call me at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, talking about they dealing with some stuff, they need somebody to talk to her, they need to come over, man, I'm up.
Right.
I'm in my car. Where you at? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's the kind of bond you get when you start being honest with people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like
I tell my friends all the time, lie to yourself, don't lie to me.
Right.
And you can tell yourself all the dreams you want. But if I'm gonna help you, I need to know the real.
I need to know the truth. Tell me the truth.
So I feel like that's how we help each other.
Right.
How we
So last question that I ask everybody, and it's kind of deep for some, for others it's kind of simple. But if you can go back and tell your 18-year-old self one thing, knowing what you know now about life as you know it, life as you experienced it, knowing what you know now, and do you think your 18-year-old self would like receive it from you? So what would you tell your 18-year-old self if you could tell him one thing?
pull out. Nah, chillin'. Nah, all right.
I mean,
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying?
wait till you're 30.
Yeah, hey, real
Enjoy your 20s.
But no, I was telling my 18-year-old self to get serious about a direction in life. You know what I'm saying? Actually mean what you want to do, because I was just kind of floating through. Going, you know what I'm saying? Kicking it, having fun, doing whatever just came my way. I didn't really know where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do, who I wanted to do it with. You know what I'm saying? It was just, if it came my way and I wanted to do it, I did it.
That's good. No, that's good. So basically just getting serious about...
Yeah, if I was serious about life before I had to get serious about life, I would have been a lot better off.
What do you think some things were that you weren't serious about?
Nothing. Nothing. I was like, what? So
you said you just kind of floating through?
Saying I was in college, right?
Yeah.
I was in college. You know what I'm saying? I was at YSU, K Block, room 601.
For all y'all that don't know, that's Kill Carly.
Yeah. But I dropped all my classes except for 2. Racquetball, 3. Racquetball, Intro to Criminal Justice.
Wow.
Intro to Psychology. You know what I'm saying? Now, for those that don't know, that don't make me a full-time student.
Negative.
And in order to be eligible for my financial aid, I need to be a full-time student. But, you know where you can find me every day? In the rec. Working out, playing ball. You know, you find me every weekend, every random weekend, at a party. And somebody else doing everything I was supposed to do. I think I might be past the statute of limitations. I was selling drugs last year.
Yeah,
right on
past that.
Yeah, right on my dorm room. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was just doing stuff.
You was just there.
Just there. Like, all these cats is giving me room and board. I'm about to relax.
Chill.
Yeah.
No, that's good. You're serious about one thing, so definitely appreciate you taking time out of your nap, to entertain us here on Clean Cut Conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna double up next time.
Obviously, like, hey man, leave me back. You want to talk last time? Leave me back. But I appreciate you coming on Clean Cut Conversation. Guys, as always, make sure you tune in, like, subscribe, follow, share with a friend, cousin, whoever. And always make sure you keep the conversation clean cut. Until next time, stay sharp.
Peace.